Alright, first and foremost, before I get into this video, I want to say thank you to all of you guys who share, like my videos, comment, all that stuff. We just hit 9,000 subscribers on the channel, and like a couple years ago when I started this thing, I didn't ever think I would get there, so I'm super excited right now. So thanks again. Let's get into the video. Bruh. Now, once again, I know I'm hella zoomed in on this mug right here. This mug. Let me back that thing out. Alright, much better. Okay, so right now, right at this particular moment in time, I'm waiting. I'm waiting on my downpipe. I'm waiting on couplers for the intercooler piping. I'm waiting on a bunch of stuff. Still, nothing. Come on, Postal Service. Man, be waiting too long. We're gonna give a fuel update. Alright, so that lovely list that my wifey made for me, a lot of stuff is crossed off, and we're gonna go through it here in a little bit. But right now, I'm waiting on several other things to get in. So, boom. Shout out to this guy. Give him some love. Thanks again for that 9,000 subscribers. Once again, I'm super hyped. I'm super hyped with the growth of the channel. Like I said, a couple years ago when I started this thing, I did not think I would be here. So let's get to that 10, and you know, I might do something wild for that 10. But we'll see. We'll see where we are when we get to that 10. So I honestly feel like if I got my parts last week, I would definitely already be done. I would already have the tune scheduled, everything. But since I've been having to wait and only work on the car 1 or 2 days here and there, it's taking a little bit longer. Since it's taking a little bit longer, I get to give you guys a little bit more content on the build itself, so it is what it is. But I'm like 90% right now. I just been trying to keep my sanity because my patience is low waiting on these parts. Yeah. Alright guys, got a couple of clips and then it got cold as hell, so now we're on the way back to the crib trying to see if these parts got here or not, and then we'll go from there. This is what I got today. So I still do not have my fuel pressure regulator, so I cannot connect the rest of my fuel, but I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what all I did. Now before we get into it, look at this is what I got here. This is all my downpipe material. This is a mandrel bent from Jegs. I'm pretty much gonna cut and manufacture my own downpipe out of this stuff. That is a 4-inch, 4-foot piece. This is all of my bends that I possibly will need for the downpipe here. This is also what I'll need. This is the actual V-band that goes on the turbo. This is a 5-inch, and then here's my reducer to 4-inch. If I could keep 5, it would actually be way more efficient for back pressure on the turbo, but I cannot due to space constraints. So this is everything I have. Then I got to figure out some sort of Y-pipe to the back of the car if I want to keep my factory catback going. So this is what I have for now for that stuff. Alright, so this is the engine bay. I just got this in. Here's my it's a 3-inch to 4-inch adapter elbow here, full silicone, weaved silicone, so it won't conform under boost. This piece is for my blow-off valve. At some point I need to get these two welded or do something. I may just run it couplers for now. Yeah, so far everything is pretty much in place. I need my fuel pressure regulator so I can finish hooking up the rails here. I have my dash 8 line ran all the way from the back of the car. My battery relocation bracket, it kind of looks wild right now, but yeah, it's not too bad. Really, a lot of this is just a bracket that I made. This is a terminal. So this is the power terminal. I have this running under the car, fully buttoned up. I don't really have good lighting, but it goes through the car, in through the passenger side, and then out back here. This is the rest of it. Really, all that is left to do is run my oil feed and my fuel pressure regulator and kind of button everything up. Everything is in order, but like I said, with the snow and everything, you know, it cost me some time, and yeah, so I would essentially like to get this thing tuned and going before Thanksgiving. That would be ideal, because after Thanksgiving, you know, weather here starts to get really crazy, or potentially crazy. Some years it's been warm, some years it hasn't, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm getting super close. I pretty much just, once I get this fuel pressure regulator, I could go ahead and test the system, make sure my fuel system gets pressurized, there's no leaks or anything like that. And then, you know, I would like to run a base fuel pressure of 43 PSI. The waiting game. I also had life happen, which I'm sure you guys could relate to. Now what happened is, I have no heat in my GMW. And if you guys are in Colorado, you realize that it snows here, and in the mornings, right now it's pretty mild, so I'm outside, I got the garage open, it's not too bad. But in the mornings, it's like 20 degrees, 15 degrees, and yeah, no heat in the GMW is no good. So I have to fix the GMW right now, and then we'll be back on the GTO. I also had an issue with the wife's car. I really want to buy her a different car, so you guys know. So I have to whisper this because she's here, and yeah, she can't know that I might go look for a new car for her. And she doesn't always watch my videos, so yeah, we may be hooking her up with a new car. So but yeah, her power steering rack went out. I ordered the part. No, typical, you know, Colorado auto parts stores, they don't have the part in store, so I had to order the part online, so I've been waiting on that. So it's terrible timing for everything. GTO's down, GMW has no heat, power steering rack in the wife's car, so, you know, just all of these things happen to accumulate all at once. So really trying to hustle these things out. But I figured I would just give you guys a quick update and a rundown on what everything that is happening, or what has happened. Yeah, you guys get the idea. I'm really pleased with how everything's turning out. Let me give you a quick rundown. I'm just gonna give you a little voiceover. You get to hear my sexy voice. Oh! This is how she sits at the moment. This side, nice and pretty and clean. For right now, I know I was supposed to get some aluminum welded, but I can't at the moment because I just need this thing to start so I could just move it out of the way. So right now, this is how it's gonna sit. Coupler here. Unfortunately, as you guys know how boost works, the less couplers, the better. The less chance of boost leaks, these things blowing out, whatever. You guys get the idea. But for right now, this is how it's gonna work out. Later on, maybe once I get a base tune on this, I'll be able to get this welded, but I just got to get this out of the garage. So before I keep repeating myself, that's the deal there. I've got my blow-off valve here mounted there, and now I can mount this anywhere. Let's see, this route's down. I got this all cut out. Through there to my intercooler. I still got to do the downpipe like I said earlier, so I'll get this all figured out. I got my battery relocation all done. This is my fuel feed, and then this will be my return. I'm still waiting on the regulator and the oil feed, so honestly everything is just taking a little bit longer than I would have desired. Now unfortunately, when I was filming, there we go, that's better. When I was filming the fuel pump install, my camera was not working to the best of its ability, ran out of battery. GoPro's audio was terrible at the same time, so right now I'm filming on my DSLR, so I don't have those issues. But I had already installed everything, I got the clips, whatever, and I really couldn't document it because I was having issues. I am sorry I didn't get to really show you guys how I ran my fuel stuff. Now since this car is not required by emissions or anything, I did a full evap delete. you know, my carbon canister is still connected to the fuel tank, but it's really just there just because I didn't want to add any extra work to myself, so I still connected everything up. But the evap portion of the car is gone now. I was running it on the LSA because originally when I did the LSA, I was trying to pass emissions. Now I don't really, you know, it's registered somewhere else, so it doesn't really matter. And yeah, so anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoy your week. I hope you enjoy this update. Hopefully on the next video I show you everything that's going on, and then we could get a first start.
Make up your mind, baby, 'cause the time is here.